Hello, everyone. Wanted to look in on what's happening in today's spin, like the spin that the government's putting out, Trump people. I don't really think that they're going to do anything about releasing the Epstein files. What about the Epstein files? Will they release them? Yes or no? They'll release some. Will they be really redacted? Probably 70%. Also, just wanted to ask Spirit if Trump's going to keep his position in the government this year, 2025. It's saying yes. So I think he's still going to be there, folks. Sorry. Could be a health thing that shows up, maybe. Yeah, it's possible, 70%. I don't know. Mercury's retrograde, anything can happen. Things can go in different directions. The amazing thing to me is watching these people do conferences and just lie. Like even little Marco Rubio, will just sit there like a statue and blink endlessly like he's afraid something's going to happen to him. Oh, wow. It's the company you keep, right? And the first card that pops up is a Five of Cups. And the spokesperson, Queen of Wands here, could be Bondi, which could be what do they call her, the Nazi bot. I forget her name right now, the blonde that always shows up. So, same day, different day, different times, same people. If you feel like you've woken up and all of a sudden there's so much corruption in the government and media, it's actually been there forever. It just seems more in our face now. They just don't really hide it well. The elites, the good old days of the past are behind us. But there's the children asking about the Epstein files, the children. Let me reshuffle this. The Epstein files, the children, what will become of the survivors. Will they get their day in court? Will the guilty get their comeuppance? Epstein file, the children. What can I know, Spirit, about this? Three cards. Anxieties. Here's the card of justice. It's a card of anxieties, fear, loss, hopelessness, and a new beginning in the heart. So the children will get their day in court, is what they're saying, with just this four-card spread, four-card indicator of the significant. What else? Let's look at Donald Trump again. Let's see if I can find his card. Well, he is a master manipulator, so maybe I'll use the magician. This is going to stand for Donald Trump. The orchestrator, the architect. What can we know? The sweet Donald Trump. Still the emperor, the power. He wields the power. He sits on his throne. He's hanging in there, strength. Well, we should hang in there. Let's see what the fourth card says. So far, three major arcana. Donald Trump. Two people coming together with some kind of harmony. Donald Trump. a new deal, new harmony. Not sure this is really talking about him. Could be the guy, the Democrats, the Ten of Cups. What is around Donald Trump right now? Oh, and here comes the falling tower. Destruction. I feel like it's Tarot is saying, hang in there. There'll be a fall from the throne. The throne will get destroyed. Or this can also represent the war that he's about to do on Venezuela. The warships. I wonder who this King of Cups is now, a manipulator. I know Maduro is a Cancer sun. Where am I going with this? Eight of Coins. Plan is being worked out. There is a plan that is being worked out. Because again, we're dealing with the magician, the architect of the plans. Willpower. Some kind of business going down with this war. Yep, and there's the Ten of Pentacles. Some kind of business going on with this war. So, your fortune changes everything. I don't know, I feel like this war is going to get going in December, but that's my psychic hit of December. Going forward, world domination or dominating another country. Two of Wands, combining that. He holds the world in his palms. And he's got a plan to execute with the Two of Wands there. Well, there's something coming up December 1st. And then there's the Death card. An end to all things, a transition. Maybe this will be the death of him. In other words, not physical, but endings. Endings. So, endings for whom? For Venezuela, for the tyrant down there, or USA, the tyrant up here. But certainly there'll be a change here, a transition with that card that represents endings. Can represent death, of course. So it shows up with the Lenormand cards. I like these because they're very predictive. Lenormand. We study these cards. They're pretty interesting the way they lay things out. Okay, let's just generally open it. Let's see if I can see Donald Trump in these cards. What's happening with Donald Trump this month of November with the Epstein files? Well, this is a friend. Well, a friend who died years ago. That's what the card says. Could also represent someone dying at a distance. Well, Epstein did die. He was his friend. The snakes is an indicator of enmity and calamities of all kinds. So trouble. Donald Trump this week. And the Epstein files. Information coming out of a big house. Could also mean that something out of the White House. Talking about Donald Trump. We're asking. Here comes the whip. which is a form of loss, punishment. Could also represent endings coupled with a broken glass here. Number 44, bad luck because of the snakes in the White House. Well, that's pretty. So I would say that he's going to run into more trouble with either with his administration or the whole administration, trouble with the world. And here's a star, which means several different things, but I think here it means illumination, gaslighting, perhaps. Keeps talking about unlucky events. So things are not going to go the way he wants them to go. And here's the fox. Suspicion, lying, surveillance, and most of all, betrayal. He's going to be betrayed by somebody. Donald Trump, betrayed. Oh, could a woman perhaps? Maybe one of his ex-wives. It's a bride. Well, nothing good ever comes out of this White House. There's always trouble. I don't always like reading on these people because it's just so dark and nefarious. Now moving along, will they release? Will Congress do anything with the files, the Epstein files? Congress. See what it says about Congress. There are a bunch of people with houses on the Senate. What is happening with Congress? And the Epstein files. Let's just represent the House, Congress, the houses of Congress. And there's it may work finally in a more successful way now that the government's open. Took them like they were going to open and they weren't going to open, and they kept getting like 1 week, 1 day, 3 months. It was crazy. So, anyways, to all probabilities, here's the White House, the House. It seems to be indicating success with opening up the Epstein files. But again, if they're all redacted, what's the point? Just keeps telling us how we hid everything. Some kind of warnings. Maybe some of them are being death threats. People moving away. Some people are leaving the Congress. Yes, you know that. And then things will be delivered. What will be delivered? The snakes. Bad news, bad omen, calamities. White House, illumination. Someone leaving the White House. The stork. The stork can also be a delivery mechanism. To deliver. And the people that actually protect our Constitution, our democracy, are coming forward with the shepherd here. So it could be people coming together in a friendlier way or under the same cause. I wouldn't really expect anything big until like first week of December, maybe the second, because of Mercury retrograde goes direct on the 28th, and so does Saturn. Saturn, the planet of karma and timing and limitations, goes direct on the 27th. So not until then would I say that something is gonna like really unfold. So I don't know. Questions. Yeah, I want to look at 3-eye Atlas, whether it'll come closer to the Earth. Maybe ask my pendulum. 3-eye Atlas coming closer to the Earth. I think it's left Jupiter. It's supposed to be with the first week of December, second week, third week.